Good morning guys and welcome back to another episode of VLOGMAS. So today is officially December 1st. I know we are a few episodes into VLOGMAS, but technically those were November vlogs. But today is December 1st, so that's really exciting. I've got so much to do still, but last night I ended up staying up till like 1-ish. Well, once I finished the one Victoria dress and got started on the other one, I ended up editing the VLOGMAS previous to this one for a little bit, so I have that like halfway edited. Today I would like to get the other Victoria dress done and then maybe cut out the Adelaide dresses in their correct patterning. I don't have the actual patterns cut out yet or like printed out yet because my pattern maker has been a bit slow on replying and sending me corrected patterns, which is a bit frustrating. I think all my patterns are correct and I would just need to add a 1/2 inch seam allowance around all of them. So I'm gonna kind of just double check that and measure things out and see if that will work, and then I should be able to use what I have and just kind of add to it. So maybe we'll cut those out and yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. Today is a nice rainy gloomy day, so we're gonna hope that I manage to find some sort of motivation throughout this day. Anyway, let's get into it.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging.
I just finished the other Victoria dress. It is so flippin' cute. I'm obsessed. I'm also just like really happy with how the pattern turned out in terms of like, if you saw the first one I made like for New York Fashion Week, it was literally atrocious in like on the inside, like how it was patterned out and made. Like I had so many troubles with it, didn't do it properly, and then like didn't want to waste fabric to redo it. So on the inside it looked awful, on the outside it was fine, but these look so clean on the inside and outside, and I'm very excited about it because it took me so many tries to figure out like what way I wanted to go about it. So yeah, I'm just super happy with this, very excited, happy to get 2 of these out of the way. The third one I didn't have the pattern for yet, so hopefully that one comes in soon. But yeah, so that means we now have everything done that we like have cut out, because now I just have the Adelaide dresses and the Irene tops, which are the ones that I need to fix the patterns for. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with figuring out the Irene top situation and figuring out which ones I need to remake, if I have enough fabric to remake them all, or if I'm gonna have to like maybe refund people on some of them. So I think we're gonna try to figure that out first, and then, you know, start cutting things out and hopefully get started on all that. Okay, so I think I figured out how many of each size I need to like cut out and which ones I can kind of trade off. It's just kind of confusing and I have to think about it 10 million times, because if I'm cutting out a size 10, I know it's actually going to be a size 6. So I need to like make sure I keep that very, you know, on track. But I think I have it all figured out. I think I should have enough for the silver and the gold tops. The white tops, I definitely don't have enough and I know that. So we're just gonna wait till I figure out the silver and gold and get that cut out, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with the white ones. I have somebody who might be able to find me some white satin like I used for the white ones, and if so, then I'll just buy that and be able to, you know, finish people's orders and then be able to make more. But if not, I'll figure something out with those who ordered it. But I'm feeling pretty okay about it. I think I have all the sizes that I need. I think I should have enough to cut everything out and redo it, and these are relatively quick to make in a sense, so should be okay hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick lunch break and then we're gonna get back to actually like cutting and getting started on all this.
Carol singing, favorite season. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Frozen, neck is frozen. Catch me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling. Check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing.
Okay, I'm back back. We're gonna get started on cutting these out. But I've also noticed that I think the sleeves are all like way too long for some of these. So I kind of need to fix that because I was checking a size 12 that's technically a size 8 that I'm gonna send to somebody. And you know, I was testing it on my mannequin to see like if it looks like it would be a size 8, just to see like how much space there would be in like the chest area. And I put it on myself just to kind of like feel it out. And the sleeves are just like ridiculously long. Like, hold on. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but like, I know I'm short and I know that people have longer arms than I do, but this feels a bit excessive. Because here's the thing, I know my pattern maker obviously grades things, and obviously you need to grade the length of the sleeves as well with the sizing, but obviously at a certain point, it's less about the like height of a person or like the, you know, like tallness of a person and more about the width. So it's like once you get to like, I don't know, say a size 12 or whatever, chances are that person's not 6 feet tall and doesn't need a super long sleeve, and they're actually just like wider, and that's why they're like a bigger size, but like their arms are a normal size, if that makes sense. And I feel like she graded everything like literally just like up, so then it's like the sizes that are in like the 20s or 30s are literally like ridiculously long, and somebody who's a size 36 isn't necessarily 7 feet tall, they're probably just wide, so it's not like they need a freaking long sleeve. Does that make sense? Granted, I don't personally know at what point sleeves should not be graded so much. Really don't know. Pattern grading is not my forte. It's not something I learned in school. Just not something I was taught. I wasn't like trained in pattern making. I feel like a lot of people get weirded out when I say that we didn't learn pattern grading in school, but in all honesty, if you're studying fashion design, you're not studying to be a pattern maker. So like you're learning all the little bits and pieces to then be a designer, but like pattern making in itself is a whole other like career and job if you want to do just that. So like it makes sense that we don't learn pattern grading, but I kind of wish we did just for, you know, these type of circumstances. So I'm gonna kind of like look around and talk to people and figure out what my best like case scenario is on this, but they're definitely too long, so I want to shorten them. I also think the armholes are a little small because I'm trying it on and it just feels like it's too up there, you know? Feels too close. I feel like it should be like a little bit further down. We're gonna fix that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to fix on these patterns before I cut out these next ones, because I don't know, I also feel like just the pattern itself might not be fully correct besides the whole like sizing thing. Like I feel like maybe it's still a little too like short and the arm isn't really great, which maybe is on me and I didn't fully sample it out like I should have. We will see. I'm gonna kind of mess around and try to figure something out, and then we'll get back to you guys when I figure something out. Okay, so I am kind of just like frustrated with this whole pattern thing, and I think I kind of have it down, but also part of me doesn't want to rush it either, and I would rather just like get my patterns made again better and then sell them, because I just don't want to sell something that isn't perfect quality, but I also don't want to like refund everybody, because I literally do not have the money to refund people because I use that money to pay my bills. So I'm in this weird like in between of like, part of me just really wants to refund and not do any of these tops because I just want to have the time to be able to do them well, but also I want people to enjoy them and use them. I know they're going to be great for holiday parties, and I'm sure people want to use them for like New Year's and stuff, and I feel like they'd be great for that, so I don't want to like hold off on them and then, you know, relaunch them after that, because I feel like obviously you can use these year round and I want you to use them year round, but I feel like it would just be best to use them around this time of year, and it's like when you have the most like parties and events and things to get dressed up for. So I'm just so conflicted because I raise my prices so much more on all of these pieces, so I want to make sure that the quality of everything that I'm sending out is like top notch. So that's why like I don't want to rush anything, but I'm also feeling rushed because I do have a time like crunch and a certain time that I need to get things out. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that, in all honesty. I'm gonna just kind of sit on it and try to think it through a little bit more before I start cutting things out or make any final decisions on anything. But yeah, I just don't know if these patterns are like great yet. I want to make sure they're great. Like I don't want it to be like somebody's first time ordering from me and then they're like, this is trash, and then they never order again. Not that I think my pieces are gonna be trash even if like the sizing is wrong or anything, but I just like want things to be so perfect and good because I was so proud of this collection. It's like my favorite one I've launched and I'm having so many troubles, and I just want people to love it as much as I did when I originally made it. So that is how I'm feeling. Granted, I'm also feeling very grateful that so many of you guys have sent in like resources or pattern maker friends or whatever. Like the amount of people that have sent me pattern makers and stuff is really nice, and I really appreciate it. But obviously it's like I can't quickly hire a pattern maker and have everything fixed in the time span that I need it. So that's really unfortunate, because it's just like I don't have time to redo everything. But obviously I will not be using this pattern maker ever again, and will be finding another one. And I have already kind of dabbled into a few others, so we will see. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of need to think about things and just like feel it out and figure out what is going to be my best plan of action with all of this, and then just start to execute. But I'm gonna think on it and I'll get back to you guys.
Diamonds playing, Carol singing, favorite season. They say Nick, what you got up in that bag?
Okay, so I just finished cutting things out. So I was able to cut out the 3 gold tops that I needed to, and I cut out 3 silver ones, and there's 1 silver one that I'm not gonna be able to make, which is an order that came in with the restock. So I'm just gonna have to contact them and be like, hey, I'm so sorry, I don't have enough fabric to make this, refund them, and maybe give them like a discount code for next time or something, because I feel bad. But I'm glad that I'm able to at least get the ones that were already like ordered and kind of like made from like the first batch of orders. As far as the white ones, I don't have enough fabric left, but one of you guys actually like DM'd me and told me that there's like a local dead stock fabric store in your area, and she went by it today and like found a white satin that's like super similar to the one that I was using for this. So she bought it for me and she's shipping it over, and that is literally the nicest thing in the entire world. She is also shipping over some black satin for the Victoria dress that I still have to make as well, and that is just like so incredibly nice. First of all, that so many of you guys have been like looking out for me. Like the amount of messages I've gotten is insane, in terms of like people sending me resources or pattern makers or just like advice in general. Like I genuinely appreciate it so much, because I don't feel like I have anybody in my close circle that can give me that advice a lot of the time. So I have genuinely appreciated all the words that have come my way, all the advices you've had, all the things you've had to say. Like people have been so nice about everything, and it just means so much. So I'm so thankful for that. Like the internet can be such a weird place sometimes, but also such a cool place, because I wouldn't have any of these resources or people or helping me out or anything if it wasn't for this. So it's insane, it just like blows my mind. But anyway, tonight I am actually going to go see the House of Gucci movie, which I never go to the movies. I'm not a movie person, but my brother is a huge movie person, and we always have this like ongoing joke about like he's always wanting to watch movies and I never want to go with him or watch anything that he's watching, because it's just not my vibe. But I was like, listen, if there is one movie I will go see with you, it's the House of Gucci movie, because A, Lady Gaga, and B, Gucci. So I was like, that is the only one that you will get me out of the house to go watch with you and your friends. So we're going tonight, which like really is not great timing for me in terms of like I need to get so much done, but also it is literally like the only time ever that my brother and I like agree on a movie to watch. So I'm gonna go and hang out and get dinner with him and stuff. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and like email the person that I need to email and kind of figure that out. And I also have a call here soon with some friends about a potential collaboration we're doing, so gotta do that as well. So just a lot of things going on, but we're slowly getting through things. I'm glad I'm like slowly starting to figure out what the issues are and like solving things slowly but surely. I feel better about being able to finish everything on time now. Like now that I have things cut out properly and like I'm starting to, you know, figure things out, I feel better about being able to have it all done and shipped out before I leave for Dallas on the 16th. Because that's been my stress this whole time, is the fact that I'm leaving on the 16th and will not be back until after Christmas. And so like that's a good 2 weeks of time that I wouldn't be able to work on orders, and I don't want people to wait 2 months to get their stuff. So I wanted to get everything out before I left, and I feel like I'm on the right track now to be able to get stuff done. So I feel a little bit more relaxed about it. Still a little stressed, but a little bit more relaxed. So I'm gonna go do what I need to do, and then I will catch you guys. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. Last night, I literally spent the entire night out, which was not intentional, but my brother messed up the movie times and he said it was at 7:05. It was actually at 7:45, and the House of Gucci movie is like 2.5 hours long or something, so I came home super late and we went earlier to get dinner too, so just a lot longer of a night than I expected. I thought I was gonna be able to come home and like do something, but I came home, like showered and just went to bed. So anyway, today I want to start cutting out the Adelaide dresses. I need to kind of just double check some of my pattern. I'm going to double check the corrected size 2 one that I have and compare it to the size 6 to make sure that it is like that 2 size difference between all of them before I cut anything out. But yeah, once I do that, when I cut everything out, I just want to have everything like cut and ready and prepped. I feel like I've been saying that for like weeks now, but every time that I have it all ready and done, something pops up and I have to redo things. Hopefully today is the last day of like cutting and prepping things because I'm very tired of it, but I also need to get it out of the way, and I always thank myself later if I get things out of the way, cut, and I can just like sew and sew and sew. Today Star is also coming to pick up the sweatshirts. I was gonna have her stay here to sew for a little bit, but I'm just not in the mood, and I feel like it's just easier for her to take it home and do it on her own time and like whenever she feels like it. So gonna give her a couple, I think like 3 sweatshirts to make over the weekend, so that'll be something out of the way as well. And yeah, basically just need to cut out the Adelaide dresses, I think. So I'm gonna check the pattern real quick and we'll get cutting. Okay, so we're doing a little comparison here, and it seems to line up best with one size above it. So if this is a size 2, it kind of lines up best with a size 4, but it's not perfect either, as you can see, because the size 4 is like up here, but it lines up perfectly like all the way around, and this one's also like the slightest bit off, so I'm kind of confused on why it's like not lining up nicely. But I think I'm just gonna go with making it a size above, so the size 4 is gonna be a size 2 kind of deal, and I'm just gonna measure things the entire time and hope that it all works. Kind of weird, but it's what we've got. I still haven't started cutting because I'm just skeptical of this, because on the pattern it looks like it would just be one size up, kind of matches best, but I have a size 12 that was pre-made that was, you know, supposedly a size 12, and then I realized things were too small, so I like, you know, assumed it was 2 sizes too small, so I thought it would be a size 8, but put it on my mannequin and padded her up to where it would like still allow me to zip her up. And if I measure around the chest, which is really the only important measurement on this freaking dress, it's like a 36.5-ish, so like a size 6 supposedly, like maybe a size 8, but that doesn't make sense, because if I were to have just done it with like the patterns how I have it right now, that means this should be a size 10, but it definitely is not a size 10. So now I'm scared that I don't want to cut things out and then have them still be too small. I don't know what to do, but I feel like I've just been thinking on it for so long that I can't just keep saying, oh, I'm gonna think on it, because I'm literally like on a time crunch here. Like I can't just take my sweet time. So I'm gonna maybe, I don't know, mess around with it a little bit more and measure more things out and try to figure out what the deal is. Yeah, this is still not adding up. I don't want to make any more mistakes, so I'm gonna really think on this for a little bit longer. Guys, I'm dumb. I figured out what my issue is. The patterns do line up with the one that's like a size above, but the original size 2 pattern that I tested out had a 1/4 inch seam allowance, not a 1/2 inch. So I think that is my issue, because this was made with 1/2 inch seam allowance and it's a size 12, so it really made it 2 sizes less. So it is closer to a size 8. I think what I'm gonna do is add just the 1/2 inch seam allowance to the sizes as I'm cutting them out. I think that's gonna be easiest, because the issue with these was that she took off a 1/4 of an inch, so she basically just cut off all of the seam allowance, and basically all the pieces are just like the straight pattern without any sort of seam allowance. So then I'm just gonna cut out the sizes that they are, but add that 1/2 inch, and I think that should fix my problem. So that means this should be a size 8, not a 12. So I'm gonna retest it out. We've really padded her up very unproportionally, but yeah, I'm gonna test it out, but I think it should actually be that 2 size difference. I'm just like so skeptical of it and so scared to do something wrong, but I can't just wait for all my patterns to come in because my pattern maker has not sent me the corrected ones yet. I think she may have just sent them to me now because I saw an email from her, but it has taken her so long to send them back, which is really frustrating because I've already been at this collection for a month and she knows that because I literally told her when my launch date was because we started all of this back in September. So I'm just frustrated with the lack of communication that has been going on, and I can't possibly wait another week for patterns to come in and then cut everything out because that wastes so much time. So trying to problem solve here, and I think we figured it out. Gonna do a little more test runs just in case, and then maybe we'll cut.
I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. Dasher, dancer, prancer.
Okay, so I just got everything cut out, and Starry, my seamstress, who I was gonna give the sweatshirts to, she told me that if I had dresses that she'd prefer those because her serger has just like not been working too great. So I'm gonna give her 3 of them. So I'll get those kind of out of the way, and then I can do the sweatshirts because my sergers have been fine, so that's good. I think of everything I need to like give her in here, but yeah, that is where we're at, which is kind of nice because these dresses take longer to do. So it's kind of nicer if somebody else does them and I can just get like sweatshirts out of the way because those are pretty quick to do. So yeah, that makes me feel like I have a lot less to do because now I just have like less piles right here, which is nice. So she said she's coming sometime in the afternoon, which is wonderful, so I can just give her this and she'll be ready to go. So that's 3 dresses. I think I'm gonna start working on the sweatshirts because 2 of them are an international order and I've been told they are Christmas presents, so I want to try to get them out ASAP so that, you know, they get to them in time, which I don't know, maybe it'll still be a little late because things are just delayed, but want to get those kind of started. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I feel better about just like seeing less piles right here. Let's get started.
Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the trees, put the lights up. 'Tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this. Y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing. Favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing.
So I just had lunch and Starry came by and got the dresses, so hopefully she'll get those done over the weekend. But I'm actually gonna be out of town this weekend and I leave tomorrow morning, come back Sunday. So I have some YouTube videos that I need to get ready to be uploaded. They're like halfway through. I need to get the podcast video because Kennedy has like finals and stuff, so I told her that she didn't have to do it this week. So I need to get that done, and I also need to get my Saturday video up, which I think I have like mostly all edited at this point, maybe like halfway edited. They're both started, so it's not like I'm starting from zero, but I want to get those done, make sure those are ready to go for when I'm out of town. And then I think later tonight we'll just start working on the sweatshirts or something and start to get things out of the way, maybe package some things up that I have here so that I can get those sent out tomorrow before I leave. And yeah, let's get working.
They said say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my...
Hello everybody. I've literally been sitting here editing for Lord knows how many hours, and I'm gonna continue to be sitting here editing for Lord knows how many hours. Therefore, I'm just going to, you know, end the vlog here because there's really nothing exciting to show besides me sitting here editing. But I got my second VLOGMAS done, scheduled, uploaded, and I have my podcast video done. It is exporting right now. I have my podcast like little video clip that I put onto Instagram also ready, and I am starting to edit the third VLOGMAS just so that I can be a little bit ahead for when Tuesday comes around, because it always comes by so quick. I always forget that I should, you know, be editing it during the weekend, because then it's like, oh, it's Monday and I have to upload a video the next day. So I'm gonna continue working on all of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.